Endless Multiverse. I'm by myself for a little bit. Endless Multiverse, episode 17. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Endless Multiverse number 17. Andy will be here. Don't worry. Andy will be here. I was unaware that he was going to be a little bit late, but I wanted to jump on and just chat with you guys for a few minutes until he gets here. And we'll start the show when he gets here. We only have a couple topics. We only have 3 topics to talk about today. But I see some guys already commenting in the chat. Jennifer, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much. Andy will be here, like I said, in a little bit. Am I the only one who thinks Gotham Knights was like a CW version of Power Rangers? It's actually not a bad assessment. Hello, Victor. Welcome. Jennifer, thank you so much. Multiverse. Thank you so much. So it's hard to say what my favorite standalone episode of Clone Wars is. It really is hard to. It's honestly probably one of the episodes of the Siege of Mandalore. I love those episodes so much, and it's okay. Thank you for the super chat once again. But yes, we have a couple topics we're going to be discussing, as you see in the thumbnail. I see that my connection is fairly good. It says I restarted my internet actually to make sure that my internet was not going to be finicky this week. Hello, Triple X, and hello, Jennifer, even though you sent super chats. Hello. But like I said, Andy will be here in a few minutes. We'll jump into the show. We have 3 topics to cover. We're going to be breaking down the Gotham Knights trailer. So we're actually going to be playing it through, pausing it, discussing, basically breaking down the Gotham season trailer, the Gotham Knights season trailer. We're going to talk about the news that just came out today about Kevin Feige at one point was in discussions to jump to DC years ago when he was still under Ike Perlmutter and not directly going to Alan Horn and all that and Bob Iger. But so there was at one point Kevin Feige would have potentially went to DC. And we also been discussing Obi-Wan episode 3. So let's see here. Dr. Proctor, thank you so much for being here. Would you say season 4 of Stranger Things is the best season? It's hard to say. Really like it though. I need to seriously rewatch Stranger Things from the beginning because it's been a long time since I've seen the other show. So yeah, I did see the tweet. I think I definitely want to talk about that in the Q&A segment for sure when we get to Q&A segment. But yeah, I did see the tweet. There's many possibilities. Many possibilities. Are you ready, sir? Are you ready? Okay.
Hi.
Endless
multiverse.
Multiverse. Jennifer has sent in 4 super chats. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And there's the multiverse. And asking about Clone War episodes, and I
haven't watched it sadly. So
and then she's sorry for the misspelling. And yeah, people were commenting away saying about Obi-Wan. I was telling them that we were the topics we're covering, and I said that we're going to be breaking down that Gotham Knights trailer and the Kevin Feige stuff and Obi-Wan. I have not heard his thoughts on the Obi-Wan episode, so I'm curious to hear what he thought about it because he waited till like literally today to watch it. Ooh.
Well, it wasn't that I wanted to wait till today. This week has been very insane for me, so I just I've slept for like 19 hours this week. So it's a miracle I'm even here. We're
glad you're here. Before we jump into the show, we do have another super chat from Jennifer. Top 5 favorite Jedi. Her top 5 is Anakin, 4 is Yoda, 3 Luke, 2 Mason, Plo Koon is number 1.
Who's the first one?
Plo Koon. He was in the prequels.
Okay, I don't remember much about him.
Yeah. I don't know about a top 5. I can tell you my favorite character of all time has always been Luke, but I will say that I think Ahsoka is one of my favorite. I know she's not a Jedi, and she never became a Jedi Master, but I love Ahsoka. Mace Windu's a good choice, and Yoda's a given. But I really wish we would learn more about Qui-Gon. I felt like they should have had him in more than the one movie because they, of course, killed him off in the first movie he was introduced. But I thought it was cool that I wish I would have seen more. I know Qui-Gon is in books, but I wish we could have seen more in the movies.
I mean, are people gonna kill me if I say Rey is one of my favorites?
No, it's completely fine. It's completely fine.
So okay, for me, I would say I have to think. I mean, define favorite with Anakin, because I'm like, well, that he kills people. Like, he's not a great dude necessarily.
Child killer. Child killer.
Yeah. No big deal. Okay, so yeah, I mean it's Luke. I mean I have Luke, Yoda, Rey, Mace, and I don't know. I don't know who. I mean, I don't know if I can put Anakin there. And I'm not gonna put Kylo Ren there either.
I mean, I would say Anakin was always tempted by the dark side, but he was effective when he was working for the good side.
Is Obi? Why is Obi not someone's favorite? Jennifer, like why isn't he your favorite? Like, yeah.
That's
I would
interesting. Yeah, Obi-Wan's not in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't have a particular order, but like I would say those are my 5 favorite. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, Luke, Mace, and Rey. I'm sure people will murder me for even saying
no. Gotham Knights show. I mean, we're talking about the trailer. We're going to be breaking it down. It's good. I think that's our second topic. Remember?
Oh, yes. It will be our first. It will be our first topic.
We're switching it around. Okay.
Yeah, we're switching it around.
Are we starting with Obi-Wan? Is that what we're
starting with Obi-Wan? So because it's very fresh in my mind.
Okay. You're not doing awful misspellings. It is okay, but thank you for supporting. And I have not seen Bad Batch. And I saw that they dropped season 2 Bad Batch trailer. I have not seen it. I was planning on reacting to it back when it aired season 1, but I just didn't get around to doing it. But thank you, Jennifer, for supporting, and thank you all for being here and supporting. So I think we should get into the show because we have 3 topics, and we'll jump right back into Q&A, guys. But as we know, we have to start off with the man, the myth, the legend, Constantine. Take it away.
All right then, on with the show.
On with the show.
I'm gonna buy a fucking lighter and just do it at one point.
Yeah. On with the show. We're starting with Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 3. I like this picture, by the way. Good choice for
thank the Obi-Wan Kenobi social media page. Like they put like a high res images.
Okay.
And with the logo and the Disney Plus. So remember go like and subscribe. You have to pay for subscription. Oh Christ! I just realized you can't just go like something on
exactly. But this episode. So we're going to talk spoilers, guys. So be wary of that. We are talking spoilers. The episode has been out since Wednesday, so you are aware of that. Let's get your thoughts first, because since you did see it today, I saw it on Wednesday. I've had more time to think about it, but you finished it today. So what did you think of episode 3? Like I said, guys, spoilers.
If I ever see Flank, I'm gonna punch him in the face. I was so heartbroken by how that adorable creature stabbed him in the back, and so he was kind of like a little school bus driver and so on, and then it was disappointing. No, I really like this episode. It felt like because I always think it in kind of almost like broadcast TV format. This episode felt almost like a mid-season finale where Obi-Wan really falls here. We really see him hitting a really hard place as a character, and again, because obviously being back with being reunited with Anakin in that way after thinking he was dead this whole time is they're obviously doing I guess their version of PTSD, because I was kind of they're walking a fine line here of that they're doing PTSD, but also somehow trying to do it through the Force in some ways. But I don't know enough Star Wars myth. I literally thought, I literally said to someone a couple weeks ago, they have to find, don't they have to find the Tatooine or something and Tatooine is a place, not something they have to find. I'm like, what about Midichlorians? Midichlorian is, and we're not gonna start on that, Andy. So But so I thought the show was awesome between that Anakin and Obi, and it's so weird because I'm like, I know, I mean, I feared James Earl Jones would be back and so on, but it's like, are we just not gonna see Hayden just as him or talk? I mean, I know we saw a little bit through an illusion or something, but are we never going to hear him talk? Is he never going to take off the helmet and so on? So I'm just, I'm curious about that.
Mhm.
The third sister, that actress doesn't deserve what she's been getting online, and I'm glad so much
Yeah.
people in the Star Wars community have stood up. Even Obi-Wan himself, that this kind of is not okay, because rather she is one of the best characters on the show. I am just fascinated with her rise to power, and kind of what her the little myth is. What kind of her own mythology is,
Mhm.
and and I wonder, if she could show up in other series in this timeline, So, um, I'm
Yeah.
very interested, and of course, this girl as Leia continues to just blow me away. I'm like, who? What? I just
It's
like
awesome.
this girl is playing make believe character is smarter than what me, actual real human me being is. So like I'm very impressed with her talent, and it was, we're really seeing this girl is gonna go places. So
Mhm.
because thing, I never realized how much how much I wanted to see Leia kind of as a kid, kind of like what her childhood was like. Because we never got to see that in the original trilogy. So, but no, overall, really, really good episode. And Buck Flank.
So, what I liked about what you said is it felt like a mid-season finale because it literally is halfway through the show. Like this
Mm.
is like halfway. Um, we did see Anakin for a second. He was in the distance in that brown robe that Obi-Wan saw. I think we're gonna see more of him. I won't be surprised if we get like a flashback to the Clone War era where they're both it's Anakin and Obi-Wan and they're out doing something we haven't seen before in terms of the timeline. Um, I thought the fight was interesting. I thought the whole idea of Vader bringing him down into the fire as kind of like a revenge thing about what you did to me, I'm gonna do to you. Love that. Um, Leia is awesome. I love the actor. She's so good. I said this last week. I'm so happy they did not reveal that in the marketing that Leia was in this show because I think it can. Yeah, because it completely changes the dynamic of what the show was. If we knew going in that Leia was in it, okay, it wouldn't be as interesting because we already saw stuff. But the fact is, we had no idea was really interesting. Obi-Wan basically down for the count. Yeah, I mean, because I felt he's out of practice. Vader has been active for 10 years, essentially. Obi-Wan's been a recluse. He's been hiding. He's not been using the Force. He literally used the Force for the first time to save Leia from falling in the last episode, episode 2. So he was not prepared for that fight. He was going to fail that fight. And I think it's setting up for a grand, epic fight in the finale. That Obi-Wan's finally going to give it his all again. And I cannot wait for that. I overall enjoyed it, and I'm curious about what's going to happen, especially with Reva getting Leia. I feel like that is pretty much implying that she's not going to tell anybody that she has Leia because she's the one who orchestrated, of course, Leia being captured, but didn't tell anybody. It's her own personal thing against Obi-Wan. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the episode. I really did.
Do you think that because people keep wondering like what her connection to Obi-Wan is? Do you think this could be something from the Star Wars comics, maybe?
Possibly, I think that opening sequence with the the younglings with the Jedi that got attacked by the clones, and then the Jedi dies, and all the younglings are just running away. I think Reva is one of the younglings, and I believe she probably witnesses Anakin killing younglings. She might have witnessed it. She might have been even in the room when he was started doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that she could have seen it, and she probably blames Obi-Wan because he failed Anakin. Or it could be something else entirely, but I think she was a youngling because she's a Force user. So it makes sense that because they said in episode 2, Obi-Wan, Inquisitors were Jedi that turned to the dark side and now they hunt their own. So I think she was trained to be a Jedi. And
how old would okay? So this happened 10 years ago.
yeah, she could have been older. She could have been a Padawan at that point, not a youngling.
Okay, but that she was somewhere in the temple.
Yeah, I think she was in the temple. Either she was in that opening sequence of those younglings, because I think the actress that I think is the same character, I think the actress looked older than the other younglings. So so potentially That's what it is. Or Reva, there's another connection we're not even thinking of it. Maybe it was a misdirect. That maybe one of those younglings is someone else that we're going to be introduced to, and that was the reason why they showed it. But the implication is they want us to think it's Reva that was in that flashback. But I don't know.
I love Ned, by the way.
Oh, Ned.
Yeah.
I really liked. How'd you feel about that sequence where Obi-Wan used the blaster instead of using his lightsaber against the stormtroopers? Where he was like, he had to like fight off the stormtroopers with the gate.
Yeah.
It was weird because I'm like, he's gonna pull out his lightsaber at this point. Nope, not yet. He's not ready for that.
You know what this kind of gives me vibes of? It kind of gives me vibes of Hook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when like Peter Pan is out of shape and so on, he has to kind of get back into like Peter Pan form and so on. People will be like, wait, he's taking out of all the movies and pop culture references, this is what he's like connecting.
That's the one, yeah.
But no, Obi-Wan continues to be like one of my favorite characters in this universe, and I'm and I know that there's reports that supposedly there will be maybe a season 2, which it doesn't shock me. Like when they say limited series, guys, that lingo is usually like, we want to see how this does. If it doesn't do well, then we can just say, hey, we always said like one season show, whatever, and so on. But if it's success enough, we can kind of capitalize on that. So
same thing happened with Hawkeye. That was deemed a limited series show, and then they changed. Disney changed it to being considered as a comedy series instead of limited series for awards, implying that they might do a season 2. I think with probably Kate Bishop, but yeah, I think the same thing might happen here.
I hope. I hope Jeremy Renner is back as because because I didn't get a funny arc on the 8th season of Arrow, so I needed a Hawkeye now. Oh my God, Jennifer. Oh, you want me to? Okay, she want me to say okay. So uncivilized.
She also asked, even though this was the last episode, do you think the Grand Inquisitor is dead? I don't. You said
something last week that he was back.
He's alive in Rebels, and that's further in the timeline.
Yeah.
So
maybe he has an evil twin.
Possibly.
And more eviler twin.
She says Obi-Wan's top is number 6 out of top 10, not in top 5. So he's close. Realty says that he likes Reva. Star Wars Theory Chat is kind of toxic and make an entire fandom switch up. I mean, that's true. I mean, the fandom is kind of all over the place with her character. My thing is, I've always been intrigued from the beginning why she's so obsessed with Obi-Wan. I really want to know what the answer is. And I bet it's something we're not even theorizing on. It could be something else. It's not the temple or anything Anakin or whatever. But it could also be Anakin. Because even though she's like, Anakin Skywalker's alive and Darth Vader will be pleased to see you again. It's like a whole thing to where I with how she acts, I don't think she likes authority. So she probably doesn't. I mean, she stabbed the Grand Inquisitor. She probably hates Vader, even though they talked in episode 3 through the hologram. I still don't think that she actually wants to follow orders. And
I think she's trying to take advantage of him. I think there's a lot. Like maybe she's actually trying to work with Obi-Wan, but she has to put on this act to survive, to get access and so on.
That'd be interesting.
Either way, like she is one of the best parts of the show, and if you're attacking her because you can't, it's Marvin time. If you're someone who is attacking her because of her skin color, again, get out of that comfortable bubble of whiteness, straightness, and dudeness, and touch some fucking grass.
There you go.
Shit. You know what? Even McGregor said that if you're attacking her, you're not a real Star Wars fan, so he doesn't like you. Neither does your mother. Anyway, shall we?
Go to the next topic.
No. Wait, hold on. Answer this question first.
Oh. Possibly. I feel like unless, I guess it just depends. I feel like they may not, unless they bring more in after this episode to go try to.
Are they rare in the Star Wars universe, or like
there's more Inquisitors? Like we're learning about new ones every so often. I feel like there's definitely more than what we've been introduced to, because Reva is a new Inquisitor. They introduced, I think she was actually in the comics or a book before she popped up in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but a new Inquisitor was shown in that game.
But it's not like there's just like a ton of them. It sounds like something like kind of more rare, or like
Yeah, there's
like,
not like 50, I don't think. I think there's more of like there's probably like 20, maybe 25 total. But I don't know. There was a lot of time in between episode 3 and 4 where there's a huge span of time where Inquisitors were kind of introduced. So I think they can get away with having more Inquisitors maybe after the fall of the Jedi, and there was an Inquisitor or two that was brought into canon that we don't see because maybe they died off or something, or they just escaped or whatever, but they were Inquisitors. We just didn't know about it until they finally get introduced in some platform. But maybe here, maybe because Vader now knows Obi-Wan's alive. He's confirmed it. Obi-Wan, of course, is gone now. We might see more Inquisitors pop up that are sent out to try to find him, because he'll use all of his resources to find him. She definitely does hate orders. My guess is Vader holds something on her. Possibly. I mean, that is possible.
I think there's 10 Inquisitors.
Yeah, I think they've introduced more than 10. I think some are dead by this point, or they die somewhere in the timeline, so we don't know their fates. But I mean, as you said, they are rare essentially, because a lot of the Jedi died out, and so to have a bunch of Inquisitors running around would not make sense, because the whole point was to kill all of them, essentially. So unfortunately, you want to jump into the next topic, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, we got a little bit of news that dropped today. It's older news, but yeah.
So in another timeline of I guess Earth 1, this almost happened. Kevin Feige, look at the smiling good old Kevin Feige. There was a report that came out today through. I'm gonna pull up the original website. So that I don't, again, because I missed it, because again I really like. Here's what happened. So Jordan woke me up from a nap, and I'm like, "What's going on? Yo, what's up?" It's like, "Hey, do you want to talk about Kevin Feige?" I'm like, "What did Kevin Feige do?" So in a report from a website called Puck News, David Zaslav, the owner of Warner Discovery, could, and I'm going to quote what the article said, could make another run at Feige, who I'm told talked pretty seriously with Warner a few years ago when he was angry to escape the oversight of Marvel's then Madman CEO Ike Perlmutter. Eigenhor ended up siding with Feige smartly. And in another timeline of Earth 1, we almost had fucking Kevin Feige, being at Warner Brothers to run DC stuff. Now, we don't know exactly what some of those plans would have looked like what he would have done. Like, it was just that they were talks. Yeah, look at him smiling there. He's like one of the richest producers in Hollywood. He's like, Greg Berlanti, you're cute, but I'm cuter, and I'm richer. I don't know why I started I kind of want to see them in a room together and just see. I just want to throw them into a cage, lock the door, and just see. Would they fight? Would they start arguing, or would they start pitching things to each other and actually work on something?
Probably pitch.
What do you mean you have all these TV shows connected? Why are you doing a crossover every year? You make us look like fool. What are you talking about? You have 20 movies per year.
That's true. That's true.
What do you think about that? Do you is this something that you would have wanted to see happen?
Well, it's interesting to kind of theorize on a what if situation. What if? I think if Feige would have left Marvel for Warner Brothers to do DC, Marvel, I don't know if Marvel would have been able to get to Infinity War and Endgame like they did and have it land like it did. Maybe not. But with him going to DC, I guess it would just depend on his love, or I don't even know, because I'm assuming he worked on loving Superman in the movie. So I mean, I think he loves DC. I just don't think it's the same love as Marvel, because he's been working on Marvel's projects for a long time. So him going to DC, he probably would need to do a lot of research or work with people that have a lot of knowledge of DC, because I think that's what makes Marvel really successful is they pull stuff from the comics, they make changes, they do adaptation, but he understands how to tell interconnected stories like that. So I feel like DC probably would have been maybe in better hands with Kevin. But when we were talking about this earlier, when I called you about this and talking about just the show tonight, that maybe Warner Brothers would still fucked it up. Like maybe they would have
Yeah.
literally not given Kevin the reins he truly needs to order to tell the stories he wants to tell, and maybe it would have still ended up not working. I think we ended up getting what we needed to get, and the whole point about David Zaslav maybe trying to get Kevin Feige, I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he's wanting to try to get him now, because Warner Bros. Discovery is going through a lot of changes. But literally today, and I think it was the first HBO Max show ever created, Raised by Wolves, was canceled today after 2 seasons.
It was your fault.
Huh?
It was your fault you didn't watch the show.
It's my fault that I didn't watch the show. But the fact is that David Zaslav is making major shifts. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to talk to people to get them to come over to Warner Brothers Discovery because he wants to rehaul the whole entire.
Supposedly.
But the thing is, if it is true, he's trying to talk to people to bring new talent over. I mean, we heard about Toby Emmerich stepping down and staying with the company, but he still has a deal, but they brought new people in to replace him. So it just kind of goes to show that it would not surprise me if David Zaslav is truly trying to talk to Kevin Feige about coming over. I just don't think Kevin Feige is going to do it. I feel like
because right now he's locked up. He's locked up.
Well, I would say even if he wasn't and his contract was coming up, I don't see him making a shift like that because he would have to basically restart over. He would probably go over there, scratch everything that's been kind of set up, or he would restructure a lot of the DC stuff and start over to lead to a Justice League movie again. Like he would try to just do all that because that's what he did with Marvel. He had to build up to that team up and doing all these solo movies that kind of interconnected for most of them. He would have to like kind of do all that. So I just don't see.
No, I don't think he would have to restart. I don't think that's the thing. I think he would take the things that he believes would work and then emphasize more on them and then keep building it up. Because the thing is, this will need to remember. The DCEU is not in such shambles as everyone keeps accusing it to be. Yes, have they had a couple of struggling in movies? Yes. But they've also had great accomplishments like Wonder Woman, Aquaman. You know what? And I'm going to say it, you haters go, blow someone's dick. I don't care. Batman vs. Superman is still a successful movie that they still want to do things with. It gave us Wonder Woman, but there are people who actually love Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill's Batman and Superman, respectively. And the only reason we have James Gunn even got a Suicide Squad is because David Ayer's, not his Suicide Squad, but his movie was profitable. It was successful. Yeah. It made money. Yeah. And, I'm trying to think. Shazam was successful, and that's also in the DC zone. So no, I don't think it's about having to start over, but I think it's about like going away from what's not working and investing more time into what is actually working. That's the thing. But the thing is, the thing that Feige has an advantage of, like let's say that like in 2025, his contract with Marvel and Disney will be up, and he said, you know what, I'm ready to step down. I'm ready to pass it on to someone else. Let's say David Zaslav does offer him something. Because of the track record that Kevin Feige has, his representatives and agents and managers are going to be able to negotiate an amazing deal for him like not even Greg Berlanti could dream of. Like Kevin could ensure on paper, legally, on paper, the things that he would get as, like let's say the president of a DC Studios, like let's say DC Studios, for example, like what he would like be able to say on paper, like, no, I hired the producers, I hired the writers, like I am the one who has final say, or something like that, because of his track record. So, again, I don't think it will ever happen, but I think I don't think Kevin Feige would necessarily be. I don't think he would necessarily like just pass it off. I think he would at least like see what they could offer and what he could demand. So
yeah, and what I was saying too is like he would probably just keep the things that were working as those or he could
you said start over.
I did say it, but I also said that he could just continue certain things that he would like to continue or whatever, or basically make changes. But I was saying both. Potentially he could have done either or, because who knows by the time if he would have went over, because I don't know the exact timeline of when he actually would have went over, because the Ike Perlmutter stuff was happening for a couple of years, like the issues that he was having with him. So I guess it would depend on what what the time frame was and what was already in the works if he would have stepped over there. But like you said, if he goes over in 2025, hypothetically, after his contract's up, yeah, they would definitely not, like basically put roadblocks. They would allow him to do what he needs to do to, but who knows? Maybe by the time that Kevin Feige would be available, maybe they won't even need him. Maybe they won't even need him. They'll just go, no. I mean, they probably would love to have him, but what if the DC film stuff is doing pretty damn well and they don't need Kevin Feige? They found somebody who is working for them that they feel is working for the DC, the DC stuff. And we'll see, because we have the next couple of years. We have Black Adam coming up. We have, regardless of the issues with Ezra Miller, we have the Flash coming up. There's possible stuff that's coming up that may
Aquaman 2.
There's definitely a lot of things that will probably that will show if this is the right direction, because they've definitely made a shift over the last number of years of what they're doing.
So your camera froze. I was like,
oh yeah, but they've definitely made some shifts. And it's like Todd Phillips, like with the Joker stuff. It's a standalone thing, but I mean, they've made shifts in terms of
like Black Label stuff.
Yeah, so I feel like that could be something they could start doing, is they can have interconnective stuff and stuff that's set outside of the continuity, which I think is fine, because Marvel is not doing that. Marvel has everything connected. DC can be different. It's okay. I feel like that's completely fine.
Maybe that's something Marvel will explore, like down the line of like, hey, let's just do like maybe they will do like a really like dark, gritty Thunderbolt stuff, like with like it could be like actors who would play, like we could, let's say Gabriel Luna's Ghost Rider comes back, but he's like is from another Earth where he has his own Thunderbolt team or something like that. We have the Batman 2 coming. When it comes to Todd Phillips, like I would love to like see like something like Scarecrow instead. Like I don't want like another Joker. I would love something like Scarecrow, or like a Mr. Freeze. I think those kind of characters. Or I mean, my dream has always been I want to see a Lex Luthor movie from his point of view, and I like this concept that they started working on. So like if if you do that, like if you continue investing on like some Black Label stuff, you know what? I'll give you a high free. I got it at Comic-Con a couple years ago, and I was like, "This is amazing." So I'm like, "Hey yo, party, pizza, turtles."
Are you ready to jump into our last?
The question is, are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
So,
I'm gonna bring up the
you bring up the trailer. So guys, we are talking about the one, the only, the Gotham Knights season trailer.
He took a whole day to prepare himself to watch a damn trailer react.
I sure did.
I'm like, this is not his Brad. He always watches and reacts the moment it comes up. So I'm just like, so like after an hour, I'm like, did he have a stroke or something? Like, why the fuck is he not watching this? But
well, the timing of it when it came to YouTube was bad for me. I couldn't actually watch it. So, but I had a day to prepare. So we're going to be breaking down the trailer. We're going to be playing it. I think we'll have the audio muted, but we're going to be going through and talking about certain aspects of it, because this is going to be.
He has PTSD from it, y'all. Let's see.
We're gonna see.
I'm gonna see.
Oh boy.
Calm down.
Oh boy, everybody. Be scared. Be prepared. Oh boy. Okay, so
boy, please come on. Okay,
I think this is interesting opening shot. I'll say this: Wayne Manor.
Okay,
but then,
okay. So this is actually filmed in Toronto, where they filmed Titans. So this is actually not Vancouver. And I think some people said that maybe even this set may actually be the same Wayne Manor as.
So.
Oh yeah, how about we just watch it together and just do a little, and then we can kind of look at specifics.
Okay.
And then I think like this is supposed to be like maybe the same build that they use as Titans. We'll move this over here. So much sadness. We have a shot.
Sadness.
We are here at Gotham Academy. This dude, that dude with black hair, he does not look old enough to be in high school. And always snowing in good old Canada.
And remember, this is just from the pilot. They have not shot anything else.
So which is why I don't understand why they say. I don't know why they say season trailer. It's very confusing, but So much sadness.
It's all sad, guys. It's all sad and upset. Oh my gosh.
She like Duella looks like she has like having the fun, the greatest time of her life.
I just don't believe her.
Oh my god, do you get it? Because we only saw half of his face. He's going to be Two-Face.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice that, but that's a good pull. I didn't even know that that's what they. And okay, I definitely have a lot to say about that particular moment there in the trailer. Honestly, this trailer is too damn long, in my personal opinion. It's too damn long.
Oh, that's probably. Oh, is that what you said when you saw the Flash trailer a couple years ago? When that was
I don't remember. I don't even remember that original trailer.
That was one of the. That's one of the. It was. I think I
saw it way after it came out because you gotta remember I didn't start watching the Flash till after season 1 already completed. So I don't remember even seeing that.
What about Arrow?
Same thing. I didn't start watching Arrow till after.
Okay.
So there was
so you're not even a real Arrowverse fan. You're a wannabe.
I'm a wannabe.
You're a wannabe.
I have a lot of things about this Carrie Kelly, especially with her not actually being Robin, but okay, whatever.
We don't know if she could be Rob, and
I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it.
Well,
when a hero falls, so sadness, Gotham, a new generation
will rise.
Two-Face, and no other villains because we can't get access to them.
Dude, calm down. Oh my god. I do like the Wayne Manor set. I do like. Okay, now this is actually my favorite part. I did lose my shit over this.
And they're hiding it, except they show that really bad cow. A terrible cow. It's terrible.
You wouldn't shock me. It's one of those like earlier cows in his career,
oh yeah, this scene too about the fact there's no. I bet there is a Batmobile.
Yeah,
it's just she of course doesn't have it.
Well, she's 16. I don't know if she can actually drive it.
She could. She has a car. She has her mom's car or whatever. Hype train. Yeah, why are we watching? I'll be looking for the most part tonight, but I'll try to pop in. Well, thank you for being here, Jake. Thank you. Okay, so
so I'm gonna have it.
Of course, we're starting with the party scene. Of course.
Oh, good lord! I hope everyone got vaccinated or whatever, or something. Or I hope no one got COVID here.
When we get to the shot of Bruce, that picture of Bruce, I want to talk about that first.
That's very expensive.
Yeah, very expensive vase. Don't drop that vase. And I think it's coming up right about.
This is Stephanie Brown, played by Anna Laura.
Oh, that is Stephanie Brown?
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of confused.
The purple jacket here, a little nod to her costume.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Okay, there we go.
I'm surprised they actually casted Bruce. I really thought they were going to go the route of not actually showing his face, but I guess it makes sense because I don't know how you would do this show about the death of Batman Bruce Wayne without having his face. So I'm surprised they casted a Bruce.
I don't know who this is though.
I don't recognize him at all, and I didn't hear anything about a cat. They didn't announce the casting for sure.
Now here's the thing. Yes. Also, guys, I do wear glasses every once in a while. When they were filming, the pilot, there was an actor's trailer that had the name Bruce on it, so implying or not implied, they're pretty much flat out saying YOLO, we get a Bruce, except he only lives, you only do live once because Bruce is dead. But I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna see flashbacks of him because obviously they have to establish like the bond between these two, and I wouldn't be shocked if we actually do see flashbacks of him in the bat costume, even like fighting whatever and so on.
Probably in the dark. They probably won't actually show him.
Dude, this bitch fights in the dark all the time. It's on brand. It's on brand.
If you look at Batwoman, how they handled showing Batman in that, I think it's the same thing. They'll show glimpses, but you won't see an actual shot of him, like a full-on shot or whatever of him in the suit.
We will see. Let's keep going. He's very annoyed. Oh yeah, alcohol, teenager.
Establishing like Bruce's relationship with his adopted son. I think that would be smart.
They have to, because this is the thing. Because it's an original character. If this had been Dick, I could have lived without flashbacks, honestly.
And I know you hate this Damian. If they had Damian, they could still not have to really establish that. He's gone. He's out. He's out. I don't understand why he doesn't like Damien. I don't like Damien that much, but you got a point. Oh gosh, it's over, guys. The show's over. Hey, look, guys, it's Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent. He's still not back yet. I think I hear him. Nothing. He's still gone. Still gone.
No more Damien talk. Not in this house.
Just making a point. Just making a point.
What point?
I'm just making a point that I'm saying if they would have had Damien instead, that they wouldn't have to necessarily do a lot of establishing. I mean, they would still probably, but I'm saying a lot of people know that kind of story.
There's only one question worth asking about Misha Collins as Harvey Dent.
Can we trust him?
He's just the way where he's just like, he's kind of like, Harvey Dent, can we trust him?
Awesome.
But yeah. So in this version, he has not become Two-Face yet. But Misha Collins did confirm at a con that we will not see him as Harvey Dent for at least one season, because when he does become Harvey Dent, there's only one way he can become Harvey Dent.
Wow, you have seriously leveled up.
You said he won't be Harvey Dent for a season. He is Harvey Dent. He won't be Two-Face.
Oh yeah, he won't be Two-Face. Yeah, whatever.
Which is interesting because traditionally in the comics he becomes Two-Face while Batman is still active. So he's gonna become Two-Face while the Gotham Knights are active, not when Bruce Wayne.
I think that's refreshing. Even on Batwoman, he had not become Two-Face yet. It's like, because he was like, former because he mentioned at one point former 88 Harvey Dent. So I think that will be interesting. So but it's also super fun. He is wearing a trench coat, so don't you worry.
And they don't waste any time getting to Bruce's death.
So much sadness.
All the sadness. But they don't waste any time saying, okay, so somebody killed Bruce and put a cowl on his face.
Yeah,
that's weird.
It's very gruesome. I think this will be a 9 p.m. show, honestly.
I'm curious, even though we're not going to learn it probably till the end of the season.
We're at Gotham Academy, I'm assuming. The
thing is that I think there better be a good explanation of who kills.
So much anger.
Well,
he looks too old. Let me look up how old he actually is. So I don't, again, not ageism or whatever. So, but I'm just like, he's 26 years old. Okay, no wonder.
The point I was trying to make is they're killing Bruce Wayne off. They better have a good explanation of how he dies and is not able to prevent it. He's Batman. Unless you're saying he's a crappy Batman. That's all I'm saying. Because there better be a good explanation why he's dead.
No, what's going to happen is that someone will show up and ask,
"Suit me up, Uncle Alfred."
I really hope so.
She looked so proud. Suit me up, Uncle Alfred. Also gross.
They're all 22? Harper's 24. The actors? That's their ages, or that's the character ages?
No, that's actors. Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you think anyone on Riverdale is actually 16 or was 16 when the show started?
Kids did not kill him. They're suspects.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is a conspiracy. Miata. It's a conspiracy. That's the thing. Like they're being framed.
The conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay. So
why are you laughing at me saying conspiracy? I wonder what this building. See, this is the thing. We can't even ask catagraphs anymore about like what shots of what building are they using, because this is Toronto. So,
I think that's Gotham. That's still Gotham Academy.
It has to be Gotham Academy.
So who's that girl standing next to Harvey?
That's Stephanie.
Oh, that's Stephanie again? Doesn't look like her. Sorry.
Why? Well, the thing is, Turner and Stephanie are friends in the show.
Okay. So with Harvey mentioning a little bit later in the show, did you know your dad was the Batman? Does everybody know that he was the Batman now at this point, or is it still going to be kind of hidden away to where only a certain amount of people know that Bruce and Batman was one and the same?
No, it seems like that it came out that Bruce is Batman, because like when we will get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it.
There's Carrie.
That's Stephanie, by the way. That's Stephanie Brown.
Okay, I had no idea. I honestly didn't even know who that was. Like, why is this blonde girl here? Who is she?
You threw something. Okay. I think it's a mutant gang.
I didn't. That's a good. I didn't see that.
I
And the-
think I'm not. I don't know
mean,
for a fact.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they start pulling that up. Also, too, it makes sense with Batman dead. Then then of course crime's going to rise.
Yeah,
Got a
very
reporter.
serious.
Yeah.
Batman forever.
What's that next sign? Batman. What's that next sign?
We get a first look at the bat.
Bat symbol. It's generic, but it's a bat symbol. Oh God, is it what's the issue?
I cannot believe they did this.
What's the issue?
This is the Batwoman logo, but like, okay, so
It is. Oh my God, it kind of is.
maybe it's, yeah. Oh my God. Sadness boy. Jordan, you okay?
Sorry,
Sorry,
responding to
you froze
I'm
up
good.
really good. Okay, so Carrie, we have they were establishing in the pilot that Carrie has she worked with Bruce, she worked with Batman, she was his little Robin, and so she's definitely there. And they're setting up like she will be the one that kind of connects all these characters to Batman. I think.
Yeah.
Miss Duella. I can't even say Duella then because this is Harper Row, Columbo. So much sadness. I'm not making fun of it because there's just a lot of tears here going on.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get there. Okay. Well, now we passed her.
Okay,
I was going to talk about the Joker's daughter here for a second. Okay. I don't believe her for 1 second that she's Joker's daughter. I know that's who she's playing, but I just don't believe it. I honestly, it just no.
You know that it's a character from the comics, right?
I know, but I'm saying I don't believe it. It just doesn't connect. I just don't see it as it's Joker's daughter. Like, no.
Here's what they've established is that she was born in Arkham Asylum, and that like maybe what they will do, that they will say like maybe she's Harley's daughter or something,
and that's completely fine because I do believe they're probably going to say that Harley was her mother. It just when I see her and hear her talking in this trailer, it just doesn't connect. Like, this is the Joker and Harley Quinn or Joker's daughter. Like, it just doesn't. No.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's fair because just because she is like, let's say that hypothetically she is Joker's daughter, that doesn't mean in personality that she has to be exactly like it. I think what they're doing, I don't know. I saw someone in the comments say that, but she seemed very, very much like they're Alice almost, where like maybe like she isn't like completely delusional, but like there is like a wild card side of her.
Someone actually said that here as well. That
it was here somewhere. It just scrolled past me. So by the way, so the kids were hired by Turner to get something from his office or whatever. Apparently,
Joker got busy. Yes, Jennifer. Joker got busy.
Your bat is dead. Okay, let's see. Hold on, let me.
Yeah. So he was in a suit and somebody put a cowl on his face. So whoever did it knew he was Batman and intentionally put the cowl on his face because Bruce would not walk around with a cowl on his face with a suit like that. It just wouldn't happen.
Maybe he thought like, is this what COVID protocol logs? You just put on the mask. No, you have to put on a mask here. But I'm Batman. Batman. Okay. And they're trying all to let's see, hold on. The bat is dead.
Yeah, what's going on here?
I wanted to get to this shot.
Okay. Okay. So Harvey finds him.
Harvey finds them and he fell from the sky, I guess, maybe.
Oh, so he was pushed off. Okay, this makes more sense. I didn't see this shot must have went by quick because I don't remember seeing this. So he was lured up on a rooftop, pushed off. My guess is he was
I think it was drugged. I think it was drugged because the thing was like he was when he took off his mask, like he like
his eyes. Yeah, so he might have been drugged out or somebody poisoned him and then they put the cowl on, they pushed him off.
It was poison ivy. It was Ivy all along. Okay, let's keep going. They're trying. She's like, like my brother walks. She Duella has such a vibe. So So do you get it? Do you get it? Because we don't see half his face.
They don't
It's-
need to do that. We know.
Yeah.
They just say
Again,
things- come on.
there's only one question.
Can we trust him?
The answer is no.
Harvey, can we trust him?
I wasn't wrong,
Something
Tab.
something pushes him. Like some, I don't know. I'm curious to see how they're going to handle it.
Okay, let's keep going. And then Turner gets arrested.
Okay, so here's one of my biggest issues with right now with this, and I have a bigger issue now with how it's all tying in, because like I always wondered in the description of the synopsis of the pilot, how come Bruce's adopted son and the children of villains of Batman are all under the assumption that they're all under being suspects of killing Bruce the Batman. Now we know why they're intertwined, because the children of the villains were in Bruce's office, so they're tying that in. And I want to know what exactly makes them go, I think it could have been Bruce's son. He wanted to kill his dad for the money. What is the reasoning, or is it just a hunch?
We wanted that too, Craig. We wanted that too. I mean, Craig, you would have lost your shit if this had been Tim Drake, because you'd be like, he ain't blonde.
I'm surprised Tim's, I don't know, but I just don't like the fact that they're tying in the adopted son as a suspect. I want to know, unless they're hiding it from this trailer and it's in the pilot, a real legitimate reason why. It just feels like, oh, they're just throwing him in just because we have to have all the kids together. I really hope that it's not just a hunch, like, oh, he could have done this for the money.
Okay, so I wrote an article earlier this week that talked about some of the bad reactions. So, and I said also that it's important to remember that a 3-minute trailer, and Craig, Craig, I think Craig will definitely know what I'm talking about here. A 3-minute trailer has an impossible job of trying to capture an entire pilot within 3 minutes, but also not spoil the whole thing, because they want you to watch the show when it premieres next year. So I think that yes, there's a lot of good questions to have about the show, but to say and I'm not talking about you or anyone here in the chat, but I'm talking about people just in general right now, who are like, the show is awful because this doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense, whatever and so on. It's not, we can't base it on because we haven't seen the whole thing. I would say this: the biggest issue this trailer has, it's a CW trailer. It is, and I agree. Craig has a good point. Something a trailer can do that, though. Yes, but it is still a very challenging thing to something combat. I don't think I will say this: the Legends of Tomorrow trailer, the first one for the season 1, the Batwoman trailer for season 1, they were not the greatest trailer, but they were great shows in the end. So
I like that first Legends trailer with Oliver and Barry.
But that wasn't like a real trailer. That was a pilot presentation.
I know, but I still liked it. I'm just saying, I still liked it.
It's fine. Craig, you don't have to school me on the Flash trailer. I totally listen. This boy, wait, hold on. Where is he on my screen? This boy did not even see the trailer when it dropped because he started watching the Flash afterward. So you know how many times I watched that trailer, Craig, on that day when it came out? Like, you don't have to school me on it. I totally get it. Oh my God, I would have loved to see you react to the Arrow trailer when it came out, because it was like so good. Like the very, very first one. All right, we're gonna keep playing. Bisha Call is very, very sad. So much sadness. And now he's here.
The kids are together, everybody. He looks younger in that shot right there.
Wait, who?
For some reason, that angle of his face. Yeah, the turn there. Like, there was a certain frame you just had on it. He looked younger for some reason. He's obviously not, but you get my point. It's just a certain angle in the lighting. Like, he looks younger in that shot.
Makeup. Very odd. Very angry.
I'm gonna watch this pilot, but I really am gonna get frustrated if all they have is, we're just gonna arrest the son because he may have been involved, because he might want the money. I really hope there's actual reason.
Well, I mean, listen, if they think he paid him off to kill him, then I mean, that's a crime.
Okay, I'm not saying it's not a crime. I'm saying I want to know a reason why they just arrested him, because at first he wasn't a suspect. All of a sudden now he is. There must be a reason. Maybe one of the kids says something. Who knows?
So I was like, I'm trying to get up the cost. At least Harper and Colin were able to do it. And he's like, wait, what? I think this is even like the same. It kind of looks like the old Crow's
I
bag
bet,
from
I bet,
Batwoman.
it's, I bet it's the same one. This repurposed for this.
Oh, it's fine. Again, but the fact that he drove all the way from
Using a batarang. Batarang. Yeah, I noticed that. Batarang. And that batarang looks a little bit like the Batwoman batarang. Just a tiny bit. Dude, when you pointed out earlier, look at that. Look, like you said, now that you pointed out that looks really similar to Batwoman, just did a slight redesign, it's so obvious. Because they could have easily, because there's been a lot of different variations of the bat symbol, they could have easily done something different. Okay, so
costume.
That's not Robin. that's just somebody in a stealth black suit. That's not Robin.
Yeah, maybe because maybe the season one will be about the rise of her becoming Robin. Oh, I do like the green goggle as like a little nod to the glasses from the comics.
That's an interesting.
You're just hating on it, Bray.
Dude, I just don't. I can see. When I read it, it sounded terrible. When I seen this trailer, it made it worse. Like I said, I'm gonna watch the pilot. I'm gonna see what they do. But I'm just telling you that face. I'm just telling you. So many things I just don't like about it. Okay.
I do like the little kind of like Robin Bird feathers or someone. It'll inspire it.
That's interesting. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Little flares. Huh. Okay.
Paying a little more, paying tribute to Bruce.
Now, see, this is what I'm interested about in particular. Bruce and Carrie's, because he knows her, of course, from that party, and she had said something about like, oh, we're in some sort of class or whatever together. I'm curious about her talking about Bruce as Batman to him, so he learns more about his dad.
This is Stephanie Brown, by the way.
I actually am interested to see what they do with him finding out about his father being Batman, because he had no idea. So I hope that Carrie and him actually have like that scene at Bruce's grave as actually gives some insight and maybe leading into more, because I feel like he deserves to know more about his dad, what he did.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're setting up maybe a love story between them. Like,
I think about that. Jesus Christ, it's a CW show, so of course they're gonna tease that. They're gonna talk about that. Fuck.
Wait, hold on.
Bring that up.
So much sadness. Look look, she's crying.
Oh.
Harvey Dent having a press conference to ask everyone in Gotham.
Can we trust him?
Could you imagine, like, if you've asked the city, can you trust me? Yes, I think so. That was Stephanie Brown again, by the way. Do hello.
Wait, are we offline right now?
No,
I think so. Someone just said goodbye, and I got an email saying that our stream has been interrupted.
Wait, why?
Because of the copyright of this trailer.
But I'm not playing any audio.
Yeah, our stream's unavailable. It's not playing right now.
Wait, I think we're back now. Hey guys, I think we're back because I see the live counter. Hold on.
The live counter's still there. I'm just saying I think we're off right now.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
WD canceled the multiverse. Yeah, if the stream's unavailable, it's unavailable. It's suspended for policy violations. It'll be back in a few minutes. Hold on a second.
Okay, I will take this out. I'll take this out.
I have it pulled up on my phone, so it should pop back up.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't realize this would be pulled.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I just feel like
no, it is my fault. I proposed the idea.
Too long is probably the issue. I think that's the problem. We had it up for too long. We were pausing quite a bit, but I don't know.
How the frack does
trailer copyright issue?
Okay, well, I'm refreshing the stream to see if something is happening.
It's still showing. It'll pop out. It takes a little bit. I just got the email about 2 minutes ago at this point.
Do you think we'll be demonetized?
I mean, super chats is fine, but but yeah, possibly it'll be like monetized or that because that trailer. Okay. Back to YouTube so I can see. Let's see. Yeah, we were on 6 minutes ago. When did we interrupt? Let's see. We're still here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I interrupted. Yeah, I stopped about a little more than 2 minutes ago. We're still interrupted. So sorry, guys.
That's what happens when a trailer was that bad.
They literally took us down. We are waiting. Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
Okay, so sorry.
You think you can take us down? You know what? Hold on.
Yeah,
Hey, YouTube. Imagine there's only one finger. Hold on.
No, I'll do it. Fuck you for copyright. Fuck you. We were pausing that shit. We had it muted. Fuck you, Warner Bros. Television, for taking us down. But that's from me. That's not from him. That's from me. That's ridiculous.
Craig, don't, Craig.
Because that trailer, because we literally were pausing it. We had it muted. We were talking over it. There was no fucking audio.
Mm-hmm.
The anti-monitor ride, but you survived the multiverse. Okay, guys, so we're just going to up to Q&A. Basically, at the end of it, we broke down most of it. We're apologies for...
Here's what I will say about it. Here's the thing. It's a CW trailer. They rarely do the shows justice.
Yep.
It has a lot of CW tropeness to it. I agree. It's a 3-minute trailer. We've not seen the 42-minute episode yet. It will drop next year. So I would say let's try to be a little optimistic. Let's keep an open mind. Here's the thing. If you don't like the show when you've seen it, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. But to be immediately this looks like trash. Again, I will say this: it's not the greatest pilot trailer. I will admit to that. I don't even think this pilot is actually finished. I think they used whatever was finished because they finished filming just a few weeks ago. They don't with a pilot. You usually have longer time for post production and so on. I am intrigued to see some of these characters. I definitely want to see what we can expect. I'm really excited to see Stephanie Brown. I think this girl who's playing Carrie, I think she's gonna be wonderful, and I'm very intrigued by Duella. I want to see what Harvey Dent, whether we can trust him or not. This trailer, it's not the greatest thing in the world. I will agree with that. But I'm keeping an open mind. Jordan, how close us off with your thoughts. I know. I'm gonna give you the floor. Take the stance, and just
take a stand. Essentially, I'm gonna give this a shot. As I was saying, I think this was caught on the stream. Maybe not, but I'll say it here again just in case, because we were cut off and I didn't see the email until it came in. So who knows how long we were off before that email. But we had a small sequence in the trailer with, is his name Harper?
Harper Rowe. Her name.
No.
Cullen.
Turner. Is that his name? Turner, the son?
Turner Hayes. Who, by the way, there's a character in the comics named William Haynes, who remember that episode of Young Justice where there was a girl said secret all the time?
Yes.
And that was her brother, William, William Haynes.
Okay.
So maybe maybe Turner Hayes is actually his son.
Maybe. So what I was saying was, is Turner having a conversation with Carrie Kelly at Bruce's gravesite. I feel like that might be an interesting direction to have him learn about his father, since she knows Bruce as Batman. He didn't know that before his father died. So to learn about a different side of his father would be interesting, because my guess is Bruce may have been a decent father to Turner. I'm not sure, but my guess is with him being the Dark Knight, being Batman, he probably hid a lot of himself from his son. So for him to learn more about who his father was and why he was on this crusade, why he did what he did, will probably open up and have him understand and maybe appreciate who his father was, and maybe respect and love him more because he knows what his father did each night to protect the city. I feel like that would be an interesting thing. everything else in terms of like Duella Dent and just the whole like I just we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna give the pilot a shot.
Yeah. And we will talk about it next year, but you know, and I'm sure we're going to learn more information about the show as they start, because they're going to probably start shooting. I think they're going back in July to film. So, you know, let's just. I will agree that the Batman cowl, that's not the greatest Batman cowl we've ever seen. Like it makes this Gotham series, like, listen, I will defend Gotham to, you know, like I will defend with all my passion and love in the world. That Batman costume is not the greatest, but it makes it look. But this Batman cowl looks, Gotham's Batman suit look way better at this point. So
Q&A.
Let's jump into some. Where's it? Q&A. Does whatever the question does. Give us some questions. We will answer them. Okay.
okay. I my song was replaced this week. The Q&A song was replaced this week.
You know, it happens. Also, it's because like my one brain cell is giving out.
So it is time for Q&A, guys. Live questions.
We're 20 likes right now, so let's get to 30 at least.
To 30 likes, guys. We're 36 of you guys are in the stream now, 33, but like up the stream. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 30 likes before the stream ends for this episode 17 in this multiverse. Apologies for everybody who maybe was here before and then get turned. But we apologize to anybody who showed up earlier and saw the stream was unavailable. We were breaking down the trailer and we got copyrighted, unfortunately, for a few minutes. So we can't help that, unfortunately. But we get to 30 likes, guys. Let's get to 30 likes. But we're here for the Q&A time. So we're here for Q&A.
Oh my god, can you all? You know what? I don't have any updates on the Ghostmaker show. But you know what? Instead, I have an update on how cute my dog is.
That's adorable.
Shoddy. So I will do that.
It's morbing time. Morbing time.
Morbing time does whatever a vampire does.
See, the problem is that Jared Leto has posted a fake script on his social media about Morbius 2. It's Morbin time, and I feel like they're gonna announce a Morbius 2. I feel like you're
Craig, that is so mean. No fat shaming here, but wow, that was funny.
I
mean,
sure.
Look what just happened. So I'm too afraid to use videos.
There's copyright issues, probably not.
But maybe we'll do it as a reaction video, as like endless multiverse reaction video that we don't do live, but we will release it so that way, you know, it doesn't, you know, like, because it's like if it's like 10 minutes or something like that, then I'm sure we have to edit it, because, you know, like that's what, you know, like how long are your reactions are usually like 7 minutes or something like that, right?
I try to keep it around 7-ish minutes of a reaction, or 8.
But let's go up a little bit. Sorry.
It's good.
Craig, you need to stop.
It's great.
Page Turner.
Great.
Oh my god, you know that's gonna be the ship name, Page Turner. Oh my god. Let me post this in the chat.
I can't even reach what I was gonna grab over there.
What were you grabbing? What were you
gonna grab? I was gonna show you the book I'm reading. I already posted.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Let's see what. This is more of a Jordan question, because it's, you know, has it really been that bad?
I think that you leave a trail of bodies every damn place that you go.
It's stupid. Man.
Every fucking time this show comes back, you can react to it. No, I'm not gonna react to it.
Here's the thing, Jordy, and I'm sure he can answer this better than I can, but I'm guessing that if it's footage that you don't own, you can, you know, it doesn't matter if you let us react to it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he's making a video including footage from whatever, then if he uses too much, it'll get claimed or blocked, depending on
No.
what shows support.
We will try and find a way to react to it. Maybe.
What would be the likelihood of Sarah Lance guest starring on Flash, Superman, and Lois? Well,
if she's available.
If she's available, but also we got is Superman and Lois even in the Arrowverse, because apparently we don't even know. I think she's more likely to appear on the Flash over Superman and Lois, honestly. But that's just me.
I'm so tired of this whole debate. Like what? And here's the thing: if they fucking somehow revealed that this was never on Earth on Earth Prime, then
yeah, the bad punts are leveling up.
You know what to play.
God.
Wow, you have seriously leveled up.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Is the Flash the fastest person in DC? Is he?
In my opinion, I think yes. Or I think
Don't they say Kid Flash is faster?
I don't like that Wally West.
Okay. You do that.
Yeah, I will do that. Joker got busy.
Yeah. So they would have to address it because she got arrested. So they would have to address it.
But you know what? Let's talk about it for a second, because I saw Eric Wallace getting some shit this week about, like, he had done an interview with the TV Line about whether or not he would try to get the on season 9 and try to solve their storyline. And he said, I don't want to make any promises though, because I don't even know how many episodes we're going to get next season and so on. And it's something that would be a very huge undertaking. Here's the thing. You know what? Because I don't want Jordan to get any flags, so I will make myself. Wait, hold on. I'm protecting you, basically. Okay. Here's the thing, and it has nothing to do with how I feel about the show. I did love Legends. I had issues with it, but I will say this: it is not the Flash's fucking responsibility to fix the mistake that the showrunner Legends Tomorrow did. They would want to decide to make a cliffhanger on the season where they didn't know if they were coming back next season. They could have done a close-ended finale, like they've done in previous years anyway. Like, introduce Booster Gold, perfectly fine. We're Gucci with that. But the fact that they decided to do this cliffhanger, you know what? It's not Eric's responsibility to somehow give fans a conclusion to that. It's not. It really isn't. And I'm sick of tired of seeing that. So I saw some people saying that, oh, it would be the best of both worlds. How? We're taking time away from our characters to give time for characters on the show that it's not even on the Flash. It's not fair. I will say this. For one episode, I think it would be cool if they maybe as an interlude, they go into the future and they somehow rescue the Legends. But also, that means that they would have to get 9 series regulars. 9 series regulars from another show. You know how fucking expensive that is? Don't put this on Eric Wallace. Put it on, put it on the CW cans of the show, but also the fact that Legends of Tomorrow decided to end on a cliffhanger. Is it within their rights? It is. But then it also is within the same right for Eric Wallace to, like, he doesn't have to say the Legends. I'm done. Am I wrong?
No. What I'll say is that Eric's not going to do it. And he has his own show to worry about. He doesn't need to continue Legends storyline. If he wants to bring in an actor from Legends, then they can write a story that would just kind of, okay, Sarah's just not arrested anymore. Okay, whatever. But to say that the Flash, Superman and Lois, the shows that are still on the air, have to continue a storyline or continue a show's storyline because the show left, that's, like I said, it's not on the showrunners who are on those shows to continue another show storyline where they didn't wrap it up. They should, instead of having a cliffhanger, they should have ended it to where they could have wrapped up the show in a way to where if it does not come back, then there is no cliffhanger. But they decide not to do that.
Yeah. Caroline Reeves did a smart thing of just, wrapping everything up, teasing a new villain. But it's like, as far as we know, Ryan and everyone else's arcs are finished. There was nothing left unfinished. We know that Sophie and Ryan are now together. Alice out there looking for herself, and and Mare is dealing with her post Ivy trip.
And with that villain, they could just say the storylines continue, and you can just kind of make it up as you go. Like that villain pops up, and so it's not like Gotham City in the Arrowverse is completely just now shut off, and there's nothing happening over there. That's not true. It's just, we're just not seeing it happen. I actually pulled this when he was on by himself. I'm reading right now Arrow Vengeance. This book, by the way, I recommend it if you like Arrow season 2. I definitely recommend checking this book out. I do recommend.
Can you hold up the cover?
Arrow Vengeance.
Oh, that's Slade. Hi, Daddy Slade.
I recommend it. It does cover some backstory with Slade. Obviously, it covers backstory with what's her name? Isabel Rochev.
Oh my god, I forgot Summer Glau was on the show.
and Brother Blood, of course, Sebastian Blood. It covers backstory of them kind of leading into the events of season 2. You get to see some stuff in season 2 that occurred, like take place in the book form. You also get to see extended sequences of stuff you saw on the show, but there's certain things you don't see. There's definitely more stuff with Slade and Isabel behind the scenes that you're hearing. Like I'm reading about stuff that occurs on the show that we get to see, but then we get to see them kind of watching a news coverage of it and discussing it and planning it out. And it's really interesting because they tie in some stuff that kind of makes more sense in terms of how well planned out this whole thing was, taking over Queen Consolidated, and how they were working everything to their advantage in terms of Oliver. And they, of course, know about him being the vigilante, and the fact that Sebastian Blood does not know, and that's the whole point. They don't want him to know. It's really interesting how they go about it. And the timeline, because what they do is they actually give a couple of chapters in the beginning to Slade. Before season 2, you kind of get to see some of the backstory on where he kind of turns and becomes Deathstroke.
Like a season 1.5 almost.
Even before that.
This is before season 1 even.
Yeah, like in the flashbacks of season 2 where he gets stabbed in the eye, they play that fight sequence out at the very beginning. And then it talks about how he got back to civilization, see some of his home life. And then you get to see where the obsession for Oliver Queen and everything just changes. Isabel, it kind of talks about, because as we found out, Isabel had a relationship with Robert Queen in the past, and we actually get to see how that unfolds. Sebastian, we got to see him as a kid, and then it ties in because what it does is this. At the top here, it says Deathstroke at the very top. And you follow some Deathstroke specific stuff, then it switches to Rochev at the top. And then you get into Blood. Where's it at? Yeah. You get to Blood at some point. And then once you get past all of that, then you basically go into the second part of the book, which is basically the majority of it, called Revenge. And that's where it kind of starts in the season 2 timeline of where Oliver, of course, okay, I'll tell you this one little bit was really interesting. So you know how Oliver was back on Lee and you at the beginning of season 2? He just went back to the island, and Felicity and Diggle had to go find him.
Mm-hmm.
It's revealed that Slade was on Lee and you tracking Oliver and saw all this going down, and it was all planned out to get Diggle and Felicity to come get him back. He was on the island in the background listening. At one point, he was tempted to kill Oliver right then and there before the plane shows up, because he was like, it's too easy, but I would love to do it right now. And you know how Slade was seeing a lot of Shadow, like having visions of her? Mm-hmm. There's a lot more visions of Shadow kind of pushing him towards that cliff to where you pushes him off, he completely goes insane. And it's really interesting. So I recommend it. If you like Arrow season 2, or you just like Arrow in general, I recommend this book because it gives some really cool backstory. And Slade is just, his dialogue is he's the best besides Isabel, in my personal opinion, in terms of the dialogue. Slade's dialogue is awesome. He's so cold and everything. It's really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would be totally down if they just brought Sarah in and didn't even address that'd be funny. They just don't even address it.
Because what's gonna happen is that then the Flash writers will get shit for some reason. Yeah. I mean, it's like, nope, I am done having my favorite show getting shitted on by other Arrowverse because
I mean, that's true.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
I also have the Arrow
But
book. That's
But Craig, I will give you a high for you for that.
I also have the Arrow book that's Fatal Legacies between season 5 and 6. I'm curious to read that too.
Awesome.
Which
Let's see. Good. I know we're wrapping.
will we get a trailer for Titan season 4 soon? Or they're still shooting, so probably not.
Soon, but not as soon as you think it will be.
Okay. Because I mean, they're still shooting, I think. Because we haven't heard about them wrapping. Let's see.
You think we'll get a Legion of Superheroes anime show? Well, Brian Michael Bendis is working on something for HBO Max. So.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, the Legion's getting heavily, not like heavily featured, but they're featured in Young Justice Phantoms right now. So, Jennifer, thank you for the super chat. Did we see her earlier?
Let's go. We can go through them very quickly. Let's see. Jennifer, Joker got busy. And Earth 2 Constantine would say off. And Earth 2 Constantine
off with what? Off with the show? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what she's asking here. I'm sorry, Jennifer.
I
didn't even see. It does look like from Five Below. That's true. Oh my god, I didn't even see this.
I brought it up. Saying,
I missed it.
Yeah, Jake was he's popping in just see how we're doing.
Andy for BBS, I meant better. No, I wasn't talking. But when I was doing my BBS Justice League, let's see. Do you think Batman vs Justice League and Suicide Squad would have been better? I mean, I still think that they okay. I mean, the movie in the middle, we're not going to talk about that because that was not the real Justice League movie. The real Justice League movie is called Zack the Justice League. It's streaming on HBO Max right now. Go subscribe right now and watch it. But I think BBS and Suicide Squad was fine and great for what they were. I think the theatrical cut, the extended cut for BBS is better.
Oh, yeah.
But I do want to see the air cut at some point. Yeah, and I think Jennifer, I think we're caught up on all your super chats now.
Do you think they would cancel Titans? With all the cancellations happening?
No.
Gotcha. The full cast. I mean, I would assume we'll get the cast. I don't know.
In the trailer? I mean,
maybe he's like saying if all the cast is going to come back. I don't know.
I mean, so far, I mean, you know,
why wouldn't they?
Yeah. No, we haven't heard heard any announcement about any cast member having left the show. So
no.
Let's see how many likes we're at. We are at 27 likes, guys. You know, because I know we're getting ready to wrap. So
yeah, we're gonna wrap it in a little bit, guys. But let's get to 30 likes.
Yeah, 30, 3 more likes. Come on,
30. Let's get to 30, guys.
Yeah, we're 28 now. I just gave it a like.
Oh, let's get to 30, guys. Can we do it? Can we do it? Let's get to 30.
Can we do it?
30 likes, guys.
Can we do it? Is YouTube gonna shut us down again? Fuck your ass. But you know what? That was a good learning experience. You know, maybe next time we will do a little something different when it comes to because that was easy because I don't want to have to do like a bunch of screenshots. I felt like going through the trailer together was fun. And man, we were almost at the end.
I know. Do you think they'll address the Earth Prime crossover comics next season? I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's see.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Claimed, yes. Yeah, that I was surprised that happened.
Yeah, maybe we can, appeal or whatever, so it will be fine. But
it's saying that we're not claimed. It says the monetization.
That's good. Oh, that's good. Then it's good. Do you think? Do you?
Turd Ace. Turd Ace.
Do you think Robin will have a costume? I think she's gonna costume. Like I think it's we're gonna see the origin story of some of these characters. Like especially with Stephanie and Carrie, being Spoiler and Robin, and then we will see what kind of hero Turner will be. Maybe he'll be Bat Boy.
Oh my god!
No,
can you imagine? We're doing Bat Boy.
You know what? Let me see what other Batman hero like Bat family members there are. Because like if there Um, let's see.
I'm stuck on Batboy now.
That's your problem. You know what? He's gonna become Batmite.
He's gonna become Batmite. Poor guy.
No, you know what I think would be cool? Azrael. Oh my! Could you imagine if his real name was like if he was John Paul Valley or something like that? Oh, you're kind of liking it.
I don't think Turner will become Batman. No, I don't think so.
No,
Turner Burner.
Craig, can you? Craig, how long have you been sitting on these?
It's not related to any of the other shows. No, this is not set on the same Earth as Earth Prime.
Brand new continuity.
Can you imagine if they just like completely just like that Batwoman show is actually not really connected? This show's connected.
That would be so offensive. Maybe I don't know. I just think it. I do think that to Turner again, like there could be a DC connection here or there, whatever stuff. But I think it would be cool if he was like he was actually John Paul Valley, but Bruce adopted him to get him away from the Sang Order of Saint Dumas.
So so your theory is that's his adopted name, and he was actually somebody else. Like it could be that, it could be something else that we are unaware of, and it's going to be revealed who his real lineage is.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
And Andy, you're looking through Heroes for Hours extended.
It's true. How many people that the Bat family is? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but because the thing is, even though they've done new characters like Ryan Wilder and so on, they've had done twists before, where, like they reveal but Harrison Wells was actually Eobard Thawne and Reverse Flash. So I can't think because they want to build up some mystery. It is not like unheard of.
Just as long as they don't do that route of like at the end of The Dark Knight Rises. Oh god, in The Dark Knight Rises, where it's revealed that Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, his real name is Robin. I really hope they don't do something like that.
It was a middle name. Oh, Miss Jennifer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so can you help me with this? So the actor Jordan, who plays Jonathan, was talking apparently about a separate Earth Prime. I don't know what the hell. I didn't see the interview. I didn't see that portion in the interview. I don't do. What
it's called is somebody was not media trained. Someone is talking about access.
So basically, he shouldn't have talked. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Gotcha. I mean, I'm surprised. He's on the damn show. You would think he would know what to say and what not to say.
Let's see. Do you think they should make a Batman as a sequel to the show Gotham? Ben McKenzie would return as Gordon, and David Mazouz could return as Bruce Wayne Batman.
Yeah.
Well, if that happens, we're gonna cover it every week on this show.
If they were to do a Gotham sequel show and call it, what do you think they wouldn't call it Gotham? What do you think they would call it?
Gotham calling Batman. Batman, like Gotham, Rise of Batman.
Maybe just the Rise of Batman, or
it would have to have something with the name Gotham in it to kind of like imply that.
Yeah, so maybe Gotham calling Batman, or the Dark Knight, or Dark Knight without the, or maybe
Gotham Couscous.
Jennifer, thank you so much again.
No.
Nothing is worse than Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Ooh, Craig, Shadow of the Bat. I like that.
Fuck, that's great.
Shadow of the Bat. But Jennifer, thank you so much for the huge support. Thank you so much. But
no, I've got Craig won. No, don't Gotham Rises, Gotham Beyond. No, Shadow of the Bat.
I like that. So, okay, if they were to do it, they would have to get all the cast back, or at least a good portion for regular.
Ben McKenzie I would say Ben, Sean, and David, they have to be back.
Yeah, and I think after that, you can have maybe some new characters come in, maybe because it's been a couple years. You could definitely have some new characters pop in. and have the cast from the original Gotham in terms of villains like Penguin or Riddler, they can return in arcs so that they're not tied down to that contract. Because then the focus could shift to Bruce and Jim's relationship, and Bruce, of course, being Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like the shift of the focus will change so that it's a little bit of a different show. I mean, that's also a good one. Did you see the tweet that Gotham Knights, the gaming Twitter account, posted?
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I saw. I don't. Greg, here's the problem. Shadow of the Bat is not as easily marketable. Greg, you notice that this is not as easily marketable. Like for like it would have to be called like DC Shadow of the Bat or something like that. I think Gotham Shadow of the Bat, like that would have worked for Gotham as a spin-off, as a sequel series. But like honestly, Gotham Knights, I think it's a good title. I know people disagree with me and so on, but I don't mind it. The thing was, the title existed before this video game even came out. So it's like, let's see how many likes we are at. Because
where are you at?
We are at 30 likes.
30. Thank you so much for getting us the 30 likes. Thank you.
Okay, we will do 3 more minutes and then we'll cap it up. Shadow of the Bat was a good title for a comic that lasted 90 or so issues, though. Okay, fair. But if you tell that to any person on the street, do you think they're gonna think of Batman or DC? Because I'm just trying to think from a marketing perspective like how this would work. Like, if it was called DC Shadow of the Bat, I could roll with it though.
There's DC's Legends of Tomorrow. They did that. They had DC in there.
DC Stargirl, DC Titans.
Yeah, also I think too with the whole idea of like Gotham Shadow of the Bat as like a subtitle for a Gotham sequel series, it would definitely be better than Batman or like I mentioned Gotham Dark Knight or something. Like Shadow of the Bat, it's still referencing Bat, but it's a very different subtitle than a traditional what you would call a Batman show. The fact that they're calling the new animated series Cape Crusader, it's not been used before. Jennifer. Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Miss Jennifer.
See that we work now is that the Woman in Legends of Tomorrow have been both canceled. The reason why we get Black Lightning crossover just because that she'll finish it didn't get canceled, at least I don't think.
I don't understand the question fully.
I'm trying to understand it too.
Wait, okay,
how will crossovers in the series work now is that that Women and Legends of Tomorrow have both been canceled. So Batwoman.
Yeah, Batwoman.
The reason why we get Black Lightning crossover just because that she'll finish it didn't get canceled, at least I don't think.
She's trying to say that now that those shows have been canceled, that's how crossover will probably work, is that because those shows are not filming anymore, the characters could come back because there wouldn't be any conflicts in filming, I think.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be jumping back and forth between trying to shoot a crossover and shooting their own show, which they're
poor Javisha. She was like, by the time I interviewed her in December, she was like, because she had just finished this is the season finale. She was like, I have not had a break really since I started the show.
It's crazy.
But guys, that's gonna be it for us.
It's been fun.
Yeah, sorry for the mishap. I will plug this though, because I'm actually gonna go live somewhere else. I'm gonna be on Twitch, play some Valorant. And so if you want, I'm gonna post a link in the chat if you want to follow my Twitch channel. Because I'm close to becoming an affiliate. Miss Jennifer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But
thank you so much.
I'm about to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze on camera. But yeah, I'll be live in just a couple of moments. So if you guys want to catch me play Valorant and have some fun, come on over and we'll have fun. Yeah. So yeah, but in roughly 10 minutes from now, I will be live.
It's been fun, guys. Thank you guys so much, and apologies for the issue with the trailer. I really thought would be fine, but
go watch it. Go watch his reaction video to Gotham Knights. So that's in the description below, and Obi-Wan reaction is down below as well. And yeah, next week we're gonna be back with episode 18. Next week we're gonna be very busy, guys. It's we're gonna have Netflix geek stuff to talk about. We're gonna have Black Adam, maybe something with the Flash and Lois,
Young Justice finale.
Young Justice finale. So
I'm gonna hate next week because there's so much stuff to do, but at the same time, it's gonna be great because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And
it is great. It is great. You just saw me stretch. So thank you all so much for watching. Like if you like loser. No, like if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us.
and
On
thank you
social
so much
media.
for supporting Endless Multiverse, everybody. Thank you so much. And Cicada, take us out.
Metas killed your parents, Gracie. They all deserve to die.
Don't believe him, Grace.
Do not believe him, Grace.
What is happening?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Quincy.